Welcome to Earth 2 Comic Cast, where superheroes exist and comic book actually scratch that. Movie talk is the norm. It's your boy Mo Crosby. I'm here today to give you another top 5 video because why stop at one? We're gonna keep giving out top 5s until whenever. But this top 5 video, like the one I gave you last week, is the top 5 movies that I've seen from the beginning of the year up to this point. Again, this movies could be comic book movie related or just a regular movie like everyone has seen. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. But first, sit back, relax, and as always,
welcome to the planet.
Like I said at the top of this video is about the top 5 movies I've seen. I'm going to be giving you the top 5, my top 5, and then I'm going to give you some honorable mentions. This list is a little controversial because there are going to be some of the movies on this list that you may not agree with, and there's going to be a movie on this list there's going to be a movie that you ask me why isn't it on my list. To make a top 5 out of all the movies that I've seen is very, very difficult, so I had to narrow it down to what I really enjoyed, the characters I cared about, the actual story and the plot line of the movie, and just in general whether or not I enjoyed the movie. Those are my criteria for why I have the movies that I have on this list. Starting off this list is the movie Split. This movie stars James McAvoy as a man with 22 personalities, with a personality disorder, with 22 personalities residing in him, all striving to get to the top and all striving to be the main one. And then we get to the end of the movie where there's a 23rd, and this 23rd personality is just crazy, has powers, it's just out there. And a lot of things about this movie that I really enjoyed were the cinematography, the choice of shots, and the dialogue in this movie, with James talking to himself most of the times, or James talking to us, or James talking to his therapist. A lot of things in this movie that I really, really enjoyed. And I wish this movie, or we had started our channel before this movie came out. That way I could have, given you a better description, pretty went into this movie as much as I want to. I can't really go into it on this video. We might probably talk about it later to do a character study for either a podcast or something, but this was one of my top movies, and I feel like everyone should go see it. Also, the twist at the end of this movie with tying in Unbreakable into this has me saying M. Night Shyamalan is back on his game, and so I was really into this movie, and it's something that I want everyone to get into also. Next on my list is the Lego Batman. Now, this movie was really good. Seriously, very good movie. What this movie did in terms of picking up from the Lego movie and having Will Arnett, reprise his role as Batman in this, and not just, what this movie also did was make fun of a lot of the other things that we know as Batman, even make fun of Batman v Superman. But as much as it made light of the superhero movie genre, it was also a superhero movie in its own right, where Batman had to find out that he's not alone and he's not the only one going through the battles in this movie. We got introduced to the Lego Robin, got introduced to Lego Barbara Gordon, and also Batgirl. We got the Joker in this, and we had the fun movie, but that also had a serious storyline to it and some real life and real threats in it. So the movie again was really good, really funny. I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure a lot of kids enjoyed it. And this movie was also a critical darling, so why not? Again, this is another movie that I wish had come out when we started the channel. So you know what? We'll talk about a lot more movies as the channel goes on, as the year goes by. Don't worry, I got you guys, all right? Another movie on my list is Get Out. Now, this is not a comic book movie or comic book related. This is just a very, very good movie in the horror genre. It's also a very good movie in terms of, the message it shows. It's also a good movie in terms of the cinematography and the actors. Now, what the twist again, this movie also, the thing about this movie is at the end of it had a twist at the end of it, which I loved, which I was rooting for, and it had me sitting in the movies like wondering certain things about real life and just going through life every day and wondering a lot of things. This was a very, very kind of thought-provoking movie, and I'm pretty sure everyone that saw this movie had the same thoughts at the end of it, like, is this how the world really is? Is this how certain people look at the world? Now, this movie to me wasn't a white versus black thing. It was a good movie in terms of just, this is what the world we live in looks like thing. I enjoyed everything about this movie. I enjoyed the shots. I enjoyed the acting. I enjoyed the direction this movie took, where it started out very in one way as a comedy movie, and then it went and switched and got into its horror elements. And To me, a lot of people said horror movie. I feel like this was a very, very good movie with horror elements, and that's the only thing where I might have a little difference with most of the people on in the comment section and most of the other people who have seen this movie. But nonetheless, it doesn't take anything out of this movie. It still leaves this movie in my top 5 movies that I've seen up to this point. The next movie on my list is War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, this is a movie that I reviewed, and I'm pretty sure if you have been following this channel for a while, you have seen this movie, or you have seen my review for it, and you've seen me talk about it. I gave this movie somewhere close to a 9 out of 10. I would go as far as saying 9 planets out of 10, but you know what? That's not what we do here. This movie was very good. The shots were amazing. The blending of the CGI in reality was very good. And what this movie served for me to show is I am very confident in what Matt Reeves is going to bring to the Batman movie and to the DCU as a whole. Like a lot of things, I already talked about this movie a lot if you saw my review, so I'm not going to rehash a lot of things that I thought about, but I cared a lot about the characters, I cared a lot about the story, and I cared a lot about where this movie was going and what the story was talking about rather than just what the movie was about. And that's why I love this movie, and that's why it's so high. Matter of fact, you know what? I may have inadvertently given you 5, 4, 3, 2. This is number 2 on my list, and we're going to get to see. Let's quickly run down what the other movies were before we get to the top of the movie. The first movie I gave you was Split, followed by the Lego Batman, and I gave you Get Out, and I just gave you War for the Planet of the Apes. And now my number 1 movie that I've seen from the beginning of this year up to this point, yes, Wonder Woman. Now, a lot of you are gonna go down in the comment section and question me and tell me why I think Wonder Woman is number 1. Go watch my review for Wonder Woman. I saw this movie at least 3 times when it came out. That's just to show you how much I loved what they did with this movie, what Patty Jenkins brought to the story, and what she brought to the character. Again, not just that Wonder Woman is the first female superhero to get her first feature movie, it's that what she was able to do, the barriers she was able to cross, the boundaries she was able to break down, the wall the ceiling she was able to shatter, and just what this movie has done for everyone. Also what this movie has done for the DCU. Sparked new confidence in the DCU. I mean, you can check the marketing of Justice League right now, or you check the current trailer that just came out has Wonder Woman. The first DCU character you see is Wonder Woman, and so this is just what Wonder Woman has done for a whole culture and a whole genre as a whole. I love this movie, and I think again a lot of people are going to question and say, why isn't X, Y, and Z movie in there, and why isn't another movie at the top of the list? This is just a movie that I thought to me was made more sense and made the most sense as to why it is where it is in my list. Wonder Woman to me is a movie that I loved. I love the story. I may have had issues with the act here, or something in an act or something. But again, as a whole movie, it just sat well and it looked really good to me. Now, this is what I'm going to ask you guys to do down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought, what your top movies are. Let me know what you liked from the beginning of the year up to this point. Let me know if you disagree with me or you agree with me. Actually, that's right. Before I leave, I told you I was going to give you honorable mentions. A couple of my honorable mentions are John Wick Chapter 2, King Arthur. These are the movies that I thought were really good. King Arthur, Vito. Wanted me to talk about Logan.
My top movies are John Wick, King Arthur, Spider-Man. I'll stick with those.
Okay. Well, there you go. Those are the honorable mentions. All right. And let me know what your tops are and what your honorable mentions are. Thank you very much for watching. You can check Earth 2 out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're always there. We're always updating content. We're always talking about stuff on there. If we don't do a video for it, we're going to either talk about it on our podcast. You can check the podcast out. It's on audiomac.com. The link is down here. I don't know how to go, but Audiomac artist of the podcast. There's going to be that link down there, and I'm going to drop it in the description bar. We also have a lot of stuff that we're still unpacking from comic book and stuff that we're going to be talking about from the comic book side of things moving into the future. Thank you guys again for watching. Keep watching these movies and these comic books, and as always, leave me alone.